Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Asad Yaqub here. And guys, in IELTS, the most difficult module is reading. I know my students from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, India, Africa, and elsewhere. And Canada, exactly. I've got a good number of students in Canada. They face problem in reading. Now, why do we find reading difficult and how to make reading simpler and easier for you to understand? In this video, I'm going to tell you all these things, okay? So if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. This channel will help you get your desired band in IELTS. Well guys, as far as IELTS reading is concerned, first of all, you need to understand what do they test in IELTS reading. Right, there are three parts of reading: part 1, part 2, part 3, and in each part they test different things. For example, in part 1 and 2 they test your general understanding. In part 3 they check your understanding on the basis of interpretation of what you read. Okay, so let's get started with IELTS reading part 1. As you know, in IELTS reading, we have band score 1 to 9, so the level of difficulty also increases from 1 band to 9 band. In reading, whether it is academic or general training, in reading part 1, you generally get questions like sentence completion and true false not given. Let me tell you, both question types are the questions where one sentence from the passage can give you the answer. If it is sentence completion with one word only, one word and or a number, one sentence from the passage is going to give you the answer. If it is true false not given, again in true false not given also one sentence from the passage is going to give you the answer. And the good thing is, in part 1, sentence completion and true false not given questions and their answers, they are in order. Did you know that? See that? So, once you start with question number 1, you read the question, and when you read the question, you need to find a clue word. Clue word will take you to the part of the passage like a heat-seeking missile. Okay? So, once you are in the right paragraph, second target is to reach the right sentence, and this clue word is going to take you there. Once you realize this is the right sentence which will give me the answer, read that sentence carefully, switch on all the lights of your brain, match the passage sentence with the question, and then you can find the answer easily. And once you found one answer, you just have to read on and on and on and on, and you will find other answers. This is what I call type A questions. Type A questions are where questions and their answers in the passage, they are in order. First question may take more time to find the answer. Once you found one answer, you read on and on and on and on, and you will find all other answers. So, from the question, get the clue word. Try to read as little as possible in reading module. If you read everything that comes in your way, you will actually boggle your mind. Your mind will be exhausted soon. So just focus where there is the answer. You read that part of the passage. Where there is no answer, skim read that part, or you can scan. Once you reach the right location, there you have to read. So passage 1 will go on like this without any problem. Main questions are sentence completion, true, false, not given. And in academic and general training, they have this question type. Once you reach part 2, you may be attacked with type B questions. So the common type B question for reading part 2 is, which paragraph contains the following information? Let me tell you, in IELTS reading, there are only 2 question types which are type B. Type B means questions and answers are not in order. Right? First one is, which paragraph contains the following information? Let me tell you, whenever you find this question type, they will give you this question type in the beginning of the questions, where they give you the set of questions. They will give it to you in the beginning, but you have to do it at the end. Because if there are 5 questions, it means you need 5 rounds of the passage, and you will have to scan all the passage from A to Z. Okay? And another thing, another distinction. If in the passage is labeled means paragraph A, paragraph B, paragraph C, paragraph D, bad news, there will be some type B questions. And if the passage is not labeled, like there is no labeling on the paragraphs A, B, C, D, then you will get all type A questions, and type A means questions and their answers in the passage, they are in order. Am I not giving you wonderful tips, huh? So you must like this video. Exactly. Hit the like button and do comment if you are enjoying this video. Now, once you reach part 2, there may be a little more difficulty in the passage because passages are based on science, research, innovation, technology and all that. Try to time yourself in IELTS reading. Passage 1, because questions are type A, so you should finish them in 15 minutes. And again, don't read everything. Students often complain, "Sir, I cannot manage my time in reading. I reach second passage and time is over." Why? The reason is you do excessive reading. For example, if the answer is in the 3rd paragraph and you start your search from 1st paragraph and you read everything that comes in your way, by the time you reach 3rd paragraph, your mind will be exhausted and your brain will stop processing and you will not comprehend what you read. So please don't read everything in IELTS reading. You need to see where to skim, where to scan, where to skip. For example, in the 1st paragraph, you are searching a clue word and you don't find it, skip 1st paragraph. And then start your search in 2nd paragraph. In 2nd paragraph, you search, there are 2 things. One is your main clue word and one is your sub-clue word. Sometimes, for example, in paragraph A, you find your main clue word, but you do not find your sub-clue word. In that case, for example, there is a name of a scientist, William Jones. Now, William Jones is mentioned in paragraph 1, but they have not mentioned anything about his research. So read on. 2nd paragraph, again you will find William Jones, and there is his autobiography or a little stuff about him, but there is nothing about his research. So in the 3rd paragraph, you see William Jones and his research. So you need to read like this: scanning, skimming, skipping. These are 3 techniques. People or teachers usually tell you what is skimming, what is scanning. And I've introduced this new technique, that is skipping. Skip the lines, skip the paragraphs, skip sentences. And once you reach the right portion of the passage, then you can read, and then your brain energies will help you. You will understand, you will comprehend, and things will become easier. Finally, when we come to passage 3, in passage 3, questions like list of headings, summary completion, multiple choice questions, okay? And when we reach passage 3, our brain is drained already. You have your processing capabilities. You cannot read and read and read, and IELTS passages are full of information. If you read a storybook and you read it for 2 hours, you will enjoy. And if you read a passage in IELTS and you read it for 20 minutes, you will feel depressed. Okay, that is the difference. But anyways, when you reach passage 3, start your questions with the question type which I call type A questions. Especially in passage 3, you will find some completion type of questions like summary completion, notes completion and all that. Start with completion type of questions. Then you can do true, false, not given, or yes, no, not given. After that, you can do multiple choice questions. Okay, and if they have list of headings, question type, so you can see how many questions are there. For list of headings, always read the paragraph which is the shortest paragraph and find a heading. You will do it easier. Then read the second shortest paragraph, skim read it and find a heading, and then at the end go to the longer paragraphs. By that time, there will be fewer options in the list of headings and some questions will be done, so you should be able to do it without any problem. These techniques are very small, but they actually save you time in actual exam. Okay, so all the best, guys. Thank you so very much. This video was like in bits and pieces about IELTS reading, and these tips are going to help you a lot. I also teach IELTS online all over the world, and in campus in Lahore, Pakistan, we offer IELTS test booking service. We have wonderful books on IELTS, a book on writing and a book on speaking. Then we have study plans, we have single module preparation. So if you want to get any information about all these courses, you can send us a message on WhatsApp and we'll give you all the details. All the best, take care, bye bye, Allah Hafiz.